64 300K. Well guys, I don't know, you call this a barn find, a garage find? It's a find. I'm Marty Moore, owner and driver of the Hemi Express Wheel Stander. Welcome to my hot rod garage. Guys, ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit excited this morning. It's kind of like Christmas morning. This morning we are going after a 1964 Chrysler 300K. Supposedly I got a call on this thing. A guy drove it in the garage like 35 years ago and parked it. It ran and it hasn't seen daylight since. So we're gonna take the old XJ. We're gonna go down there this morning and see if we can't get her pulled out of the garage and see what we got. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Alright guys, here we are. Here's the garage. And she be in there. So I don't know what we're getting into. So what we're gonna do, I got the Jeep here. We're gonna run the winch cable out and see if we can't get this door. He said the springs were broke on this door. We'll see if we can't get the door open and get it out of there. I don't think it'd be that bad, Mark. I don't think it will. Alright guys, here it is, out of the garage. How long ago you say it was parked here?
In 86.
86. That's been a minute.
Drove it in there and shut the key off.
Body. This was a nice car when you put it in there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
300K.
Very nice car. I had been stopped 2 or 3 times on the way home at stoplights, people wanting to buy it. But I had a dream, and it doesn't work out quite as well as I hoped that it would.
Well, let's see what it looks like under here. I like the looks of what I'm seeing so far. We got any WD-40 or anything, Mark, you could spray on them? Any kind of old oil or anything. Now I'm assuming this thing, Mark, is a 413.
Well, seems like there'd be a way to tell, doesn't it?
She's been in there a minute.
Is there a number on it someplace?
Yeah, there would be, but this air conditioner's not gonna be kind to us here.
Well, I'm wondering, why does it have chrome valve covers on it and the chrome lid on that master cylinder? Somebody's been in there.
Somebody souped it up.
Somebody's done something to it.
Somebody souped it up.
I'm gonna, while you're looking at that, I'm gonna put my jack back.
I don't know how to tell, guys. The number would be stamped on the block up here, and it's under that air conditioning bracket stuff. But I'm going to assume a 64, that this would be a 413. Well, the frame don't look as bad as I thought it would. She's just going to have a good cleaning and see what we got, guys. Must be locked for safety. Don't want nobody stealing it. Mark, this frame rail, I mean, look over here. It don't look as bad as I had envisioned in my head. What? See the frame rail there? It don't look bad. The numbers that we want are, we're going to have to take that air conditioning bracket off there to see, but I think the next step is to get it home and clean it up a little bit.
What would be the most desirable thing you could find in that engine compartment?
426.
Can you tell if that is or is not a 426?
I can't tell by just looking at it.
I thought maybe the exhaust manifolds would give it away or something like that.
I cannot tell.
Well, I'll take it. I gotta find a way to protect it from the elements now, because the window's open. You can't just sit outside like that no more.
You're going to have to get 4 round tires.
Do they have to be round all the way around?
Well, it helps if they are. Boy, these were such beautiful cars back in the day. Back in the day, these things were beautiful. These Letter Series cars were just something else. A 64 300K. Well, guys, I don't know, you call this a barn find, a garage find? It's a find. Here we are, day 2 on our Chrysler 300 here. And our plan is today, I brought back a set of wheels and tires. I think this is 5 on 4.5 bolt pattern here. Pretty sure that's what it is. But we're going to try to get this thing up and get some round wheels on it. And at least if we get round wheels on it, we can get it loaded on the trailer. That one we did get to take some air. That was the only one that would take air. We gave that old winch a workout dragging this thing out. Pretty heavy car, and it just, nothing turned. We just drug her out of there. So that's what we're going to try to do, get some wheels and tires on this thing, get it loaded up, and then we can get it back to the shop and start cleaning her up. Now guys, here's something that you never want to forget. This is a Chrysler, this is a 64. It has right and left hand threads. So on this side of the car, on the driver's side, go ahead and show them, Mark. If we hadn't remembered this, so you never want to forget that, otherwise you wind up twisting a bunch of your lug nuts off. Just something to remember on these old cars. I hope them tires that we brought will go on here. It'll look a lot better with round wheels on it, won't it?
It will.
Alright, man, here's our snafu. The tires I brought, they're the right bolt pattern, but these aluminum rims are too thick. They're too thick, and our wheel studs aren't long enough. So we're thinking we're going to have to go get tires put on these rims. For those of you guys that says, you know, I think they're faking this barn find stuff, garage find. Guys, here it is. We're having to jack this thing up and block it up even to get the jack underneath of it to try to get the tires on this thing. So that's what we're struggling with now, trying to get it up off the ground. I think if we get it up, Mark, and block it so we can get the jack under the rear end. Oh boy. Look how much better that looks. Mark, quit blowing a minute. I'm going to tell everybody our secret. Now you guys you painters that want to get this patina look, we're going to tell you our secret. What you do is you paint the car. You put it in the garage for 38 years. 38 years, then you come back and blow it off, and look at that. It's a perfect patina paint job. It looks original, Mark, doesn't it?
It is original.
Oh, you mean we didn't paint it to look like that?
No.
Oh,
I just...
shh, don't give away our secrets. Now we're making some progress. We got it up off the ground. These are not gonna work, like I told you. Mark, you doing more of that patina paint?
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I don't know what we're getting into, guys. We got some leaf springs busted here. And we noticed this. There's a torsion bar. That looks like a fresh brake, so I don't know if we broke that. Pulling it out. So we're just going to have to get it out of here. Get some tires on it, and we'll get it back to the shop so we can see what's going on a little bit better. But baby steps, a little bit at a time. All right, we're starting to tear into this thing. What we're doing here, we got the valve covers off of it. Mark has taken all the plugs out, and we've squirted WD or whatever else we can get down in there. And we've put lubrication down in on our valves and stuff. We thought that this was a 413 is what it should have been, but you can see there, I don't know if you can see them numbers. It says C440, which I think C would have made this a 67. Yeah, 67. So this couldn't have been the original motor on it. Someone must have put this in. But what we're going to do is see if we can't get this thing to turn over. If we can get it to turn over, we can make it make noise, I bet. Alright, we got the primer rod in there. See you guys down in there? And we should get oil up here. We might have to get that motor to turn over a little bit. Can you feel drag on that?
Well, you can hear it. And it feels like it's got drag on it. And I can hear oil.
It's wanting to go, Mark.
I don't think there's much holding it, just some.
I could see it turning there a little bit. Try it again. You see that we have moved the car from its original location. The owner wanted to bring it home and clean it up a little bit before we brought it over to the shop. Alright guys, we're getting this thing tore down. There you can see the numbers on there. C440. This is not good here. This is maybe see, our valley tray rusted out there in the back, which would allow moisture to get down in there. So what we're wanting to do is get this off where we can look down in there. Alright. See that? See how I just threw them down? Alright, let's get this off there, Mark. Let's try to keep a little of this from going down in the motor as we can. Boy, that's not good. There's a piece of that valley tray there.
It'll be fine.
We're sealed across the front here. Here we are.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Just like new.
Just like new, like brand new. Now, kind of what I wanted to do was take that. Let me see that screwdriver, Mark. I want to see if these lifters are. See, that one's free. That one's free. 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 See, that's a good sign, guys, right there. That means they're not, the lifters are not stuck. You seeing that? Man, that's good.
That one's loose. That one's loose. Loose, loose. Loose, loose. Loose.
Okay, so that cam is not binding us up. So it just must be the rings that are stuck. It must just be the rings that are stuck. Alright, man, we still can't get this thing to turn over, but we got oil. Run that drill, Mark. Watch this thing pump oil here. See it coming up? So we're getting oil up here. We put some WD down in them cylinders. So we're going to let it soak there for a while. And we're pretty confident if we can get this thing to turn over, we can make it run. Stay tuned. It's about to get exciting. Maybe. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to tune in for part 2. We'll see if we can get this old gal running.